Well, Finale's discontinued. Nothing like waking up on a Monday morning and finding out a software you use every single day is just no longer going to exist. What does Finale disappearing mean for us? Like, what does it mean for your current Finale projects? What programs can you use as an alternative? And what should you do to make sure you can access all of your old Finale files in a year or 2 or 3 or 10? By the way, for this video, I have a little cheat sheet in front of me because there's a lot to go over and I will be reading from it because I wanted to get this out sooner rather than later. So if you don't know, Finale is a program that until this morning, literally, it was the industry standard for creating music notation. Chances are that whatever orchestral piece you've heard in a soundtrack or, gig that you showed up to where there's actual sheet music or like that book that you learned piano from when you were a kid, like all of those chances are were created using Finale. And first off, if you have purchased Finale specifically because of my recommendation, I want to say I'm really sorry. I had no idea they were going to just stop servicing and stop having it be a software. And if I did, I wouldn't have ever recommended people to go use it, especially in the last 6 months or whatever. I just released a notation course where I told people, I love this program, you should buy it. And I even had a special discount code for the people that used the course to go buy it. And some of them did, and now that software doesn't exist. So I'm really sorry, and that's super frustrating because I never would have done that if I had known they were gonna just make the software disappear. Secondly, if you purchased Finale within the last 30 days, you should know that you can get a full refund for it. You can return it and get a full refund. So you might want to do that. Okay, if you don't know me, my name's Tim Buell. This is my home studio where I record drums for producers and artists all around the world. I've also toured with artists like Cody Fry and Ruby Drive and Jana Kramer and Jared Neiman and all those people. And on top of session and touring, I also do a lot of transcribing. I have transcribed projects for Vic Firth and Zildjian for their VF Jams and Zildjian Live projects. I've worked on projects with Benny Greb and Aaron Spears and Aaron Sterling and Ash Sohn and Gabe Helguera and Stanton Moore and so many other drummers and drum companies. And I transcribe a lot of drums. I have over 4,000 Finale files on my computer. This news impacts me greatly. So let's talk about exactly what's going on. So this morning I woke up to an email from my contact at Finale Make Music, and they told me that 1, it is no longer possible to purchase or upgrade Finale in the Make Music e-store, that Finale will continue to work on devices where it is currently installed, and after 1 year, beginning August 2025, we are ending support for it, and it won't be possible to authorize Finale on any new devices or reauthorize Finale. So what does that mean? So what it means for right now, it means that if you don't upgrade your operating system that often, you can probably still get a year or 2 out of whatever version of Finale you have right now. So that's the short-term news, and that means that this problem isn't necessarily today Finale is ruined. It means that you can still use Finale for a little bit, but what does it mean if you want to create music notation for your own projects or for client projects in 5 years or 10 years? It means that you probably need to start looking for other options. Now, there are a few alternate programs from Finale, but I'll be honest, I don't really know which is the best alternative because up until this morning, I have only really used Finale. I've used all of the other notation programs at times, but Finale is always what I ended up coming back to. So to be honest, I found out about this 3 hours ago. So I don't know which I'm going to switch to for the foreseeable future, but here are a few alternatives. And if you have more input on what you like, put that down in the comments. You have Dorico, which is what Finale is recommending people to go to. And right now they have a special rate that you can move to Dorico for cheaper. Dorico is made by Steinberg, who also make the DAW Cubase. The nice thing about Dorico is it's a flat fee. You don't pay a subscription, with some of the other options do have a subscription that you have to pay. So instead of owning it outright, you have to pay every month, which some people hate subscriptions, which makes sense. Dorico also seems to be future forward thinking, way more than Finale. And they also have a version for the iPad. And it also seems like Dorico is really focused on integrating using your DAW and getting all the stuff you do in your recording program to port over into notation and vice versa. It seems like seems like Dorico is really looking for a solution that like Dorico talks to an ecosystem of other software. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. That's how Dorico strikes me. But again, it is the software that Finale is pushing people toward. I don't know if there was a deal. I don't know why they chose Dorico and not Sibelius and some of the other options. All I know is if you go to their website, it says, hey, Finale's dead, but here's the Dorico thing. Option number 2 for kind of other notation programs is Sibelius. Sibelius is made by Avid, who make Pro Tools. It is kind of the other industry standard for all of notation in the music industry. People either use Finale or Sibelius. So Sibelius is kind of the other industry standard. It is a subscription, which is kind of annoying, and Avid in particular is kind of known for how much people hate subscribing to Avid. So if you're looking for not a subscription, then it's probably not the right thing for you. But it is, also has iOS versions, and seems like Sibelius is definitely an alternative option that I might explore, and so might you. And then the third option that you have is MuseScore. MuseScore is free. It likely does what you need. In my experience, the thing I didn't love about MuseScore was it really seems like they're always trying to get you to subscribe to their community, and they have all kinds of like things that are trying to get you to do that. But MuseScore is, what a lot of people use. I don't know if it, as a professional, I don't know what the industry is going to do. I don't know which way people are going to go with this. So it'll be interesting to see. But do know that MuseScore, Sibelius, and Dorico all can import .xml files, music XML files, which we'll get to in a second. But just know that there is a way to get your Finale stuff to get imported into whatever alternate solution that you choose. With this whole Finale ending thing, let me talk about the biggest concern that I had when I heard this news. My biggest concern was I have 4,000 notation files that are currently .mus or .musx format, which is a Finale file format, which means if you want to open those files, you have to have a working version of Finale. And if in 10 years I don't have a working version of Finale, what good are these .mus, .musx files? And right now, Finale says that they don't actually know if they have a plan to make programs like Dorico open Finale files, .mus or .musx files. So I highly suggest that before Finale stops working on your computer, I recommend that you convert all of your Finale files, .mus or .musx, all of them, or at the very least, just the most important Finale files for you and what you do. I suggest that you convert them to .xml files. Those are music XML files. That is a universal notation format that can be opened in pretty much any DAW or notation software. And yes, sometimes the translation between one program to another is a little wonky, but at the very least, it'll save you a ton of starting from scratch, because all you'll really be doing is importing it and then maybe tweaking some formatting and things like that. But having an XML file of whatever Finale projects you have is super important. And when I first heard this news, I thought that meant I needed to open every single Finale file in Finale one at a time and hit export, and then export as music XML. And I was dreading that. But it does turn out that Finale has a way to batch convert Finale files into music XML files. So I'm going to put that on the screen here somewhere. You can pause this and just take a screenshot of it or whatever. But that's how you convert all of your Finale files into music XML files. So if you want to be able to open those Finale files 10 years from now, I highly recommend that you do that. So do it. Okay, so a little recap here. Finale is going away. They've killed it. You probably need to switch to a different software. And you should probably create a .xml version backup of all of your current Finale files just to be safe. So do you have thoughts on what notation software I should switch to, or us watching this video should switch to? Put those below in the comments, or anything else you think you might want to share about this whole ordeal. Put those in the comments. If you like this video, hit subscribe. Like the video if you thought it was helpful. Do me a favor and share this video, because people are starting to see this online, but I think this is going to strike panic in the hearts of a lot of people that use Finale. And while that's probably unavoidable because this is insane, and I don't know if I can ever remember a program just ceasing to exist that is still used by so many people. A lot of software dies at some point, but not well, like people are still using it. So yes, this will probably strike panic in the heart of people that use Finale every day, but there are some options and there's some stuff we need to do to make sure we're prepped and ready for whatever comes next. So please share this video and see you in the next one.